So, how can facing our fears help improve our lives for the better? Have you ever heard the saying from Master Yoda? Fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. Well, there's a whole lot of truth there. It's actually very wise, not just geeky. Um, and they also say that fear is the only true enemy of man. And let me give you an example. Let's kind of break this down a little bit. So let's say you went out somewhere and you left your phone on the table at a restaurant, got up to the bathroom, you come back, your phone's gone. Okay. All of a sudden you have anxiety, you're upset, you get angry, right? You're angry that your phone is gone. Well, then you find out who did it. You find out who took your phone. Well, now you have some hatred. You're really upset. Then you go to them and you retaliate. You get your phone back, maybe you hit them or something, right? You retaliate. Well, that retaliation leads to suffering, not just their suffering, but your suffering. So now you've had anger, you've had hatred, and now you have suffering because of something bad that you've done to somebody else in retaliation, right? Now let's break that down in a different way. If you were to analyze, ask yourself each time you have anger or you're upset or have anxiety, what do you fear? Ask yourself, what do you fear? So in this case, well, my phone's gone. What do I fear? Well, that an expensive item's gone. Can I replace it? Yeah, I can replace it. What else do I fear? I fear that I've lost all my contacts. Can I get those contacts back? Yeah, I can get those contacts back. Okay. Um, and maybe it stops right there, right? You've come to a solution. You can go and try to get your phone and continue that down the line, but you don't have to take it to the next level of hatred and retaliation, which leads to suffering. But if you often go through this exercise, every time you're really upset, especially, and have a lot of anger or anxiety that's been triggered, ask yourself, what do I fear? And then it'll lead you to an answer. And then you may have to go further. Well, why do I fear that? And then you go further. Well, what was it I fear about that? And almost every single time you'll come to this solution and you'll realize, oh, okay, well, there's my answer. What am I really fearing here? And now I have a solution, and it can stop right there, right? But the fear will lead to so many things in your life, so many bad things in your life if you don't face it. So facing your fear is a great way to get through the day to day. So think about that. That's your soul snack. Know that you're loved and you're blessed. Have a great day.